Welcome to Gridiron Ring, a sports talk show covering football and professional wrestling. I'm your host, the Encyclopedia of Sports, Cool Hand Luke 96. NFL Week 16 predictions today, as we only have 2 weeks remaining in the regular season for the National Football League before the playoffs begin, and the playoff picture is starting to shape up. In the AFC, we have the Kansas City Chiefs, Houston Texans, New England Patriots, Pittsburgh Steelers, Los Angeles Chargers, and the Baltimore Ravens as your top 6 teams. Also, the 8-6 Colts and 8-6 Titans are also in the mix, along with the 7-7 Miami Dolphins and Cleveland Browns. In the NFC, the New Orleans Saints, LA Rams, Chicago Bears, Dallas Cowboys, Seattle Seahawks, and Minnesota Vikings are your top 6 teams, followed by the Philadelphia Eagles and Washington Redskins, who are in the 7 and 8 spot in the NFC, both with 7-7 records. Last week, though, in the NFL Week 15, I went 6-6, 500. I was happy about that. Brought my overall record to 104, 80-2 on the season. Last Thursday night, though, the Kansas City Chiefs hosted the Los Angeles Chargers. Chiefs were up there for a while. LA decided to come back, though. They went for 2 and won the game by a score of 29-28. So the Chargers defeated the Chiefs 29-28, and both teams are now 11-3. But with the Chiefs having a win versus the Chargers Week 1, the team split this year. The Chiefs stay in first place in the AFC playoff rankings. The Chargers at 5 in the first wildcard spot. But as I said, there are still 2 weeks remaining. So we'll have to see what happens. The Chargers very well could get the number 1 seed, and the Chiefs could get the 5 seed. Just got to let the games play out. Then on Saturday, the Jets hosted the Texans. The Texans won 29-22. Both Deshaun Watson and Sam Darnold, the first-year and second-year quarterbacks from USC and Clemson for the Jets and Texans, respectively, they both played well, especially Darnold. I thought he played very, very good for only being a rookie and being on a poor Jet team this year. But the damn Jets, they still found a way to lose. As I said, the Texans won 29-22. And then the Cleveland Browns defeated the Denver Broncos 17-16 for the first time since 1990, also on Saturday night. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in and watched my live reactions on Saturday, especially the Brown-Bronco game. The 2.1 thousand viewers that I had got on Periscope for my live reactions play-by-play of that game. So thank you to those viewers that tuned in and watched my live reactions play-by-play of that respective game. I'll be on Periscope some more this upcoming weekend. Stay tuned and follow me on Twitter and Periscope at CoolHandLuke96 for updates. Then on Sunday, the Titans and Giants played. The Titans blanked the Big Blue 17-0. Derrick Henry broke Earl Campbell's 2-game record for most rushing yards in a 2-game span. The Bears, they won the NFC North for the first time since 2010 with a win over the Green Bay Packers 24-17. The Baltimore Ravens over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 20-12, and they hold on to the 6th seed in the AFC playoffs for the time being. As I said, they are in the number 6 spot in the AFC. Cincinnati and Oakland played in Cincinnati. The Bengals won that by 2 scores, 30-16, as the Raiders have still not won in Cincinnati since 1995. The Minnesota Vikings and Miami Dolphins played in Minneapolis on Sunday afternoon. The Vikings won that 41-17. They looked like a totally different team after only putting up 7 points the week prior on Monday Night Football and then firing their offensive coordinator, John DeFilippo, the following day. So Kevin Stefanski, the new OC in Minnesota with the Vikings, as I said, the Vikings looked, in my opinion, like a totally different team, and they beat the Dolphins pretty bad, 41-17. It was closer early in the third with the 75-yard touchdown run on one of the first plays for the Dolphins from scrimmage in the second half, but then it got out of hand, and the Vikings won, and the Dolphins fall to 7-7, and they're on the outside looking in now in the AFC playoffs. The Dallas Cowboys got shut out for the first time since 2003 when they went to Indianapolis. They lost to the Colts 23-0. Pittsburgh defeated New England for the first time since 2011. They won by a score of 17-10. The Eagles, they went west to Los Angeles to defeat the Rams 30-23 with Nick Foles as their starting quarterback once again, and are in the playoff fight in the NFC at 7-7. And then on Monday Night Football, the New Orleans Saints and Carolina Panthers played in Charlotte. The Saints won that 12-9. They will also play in 2 weeks in the regular season finale down on the Bayou in New Orleans at the Superdome. The Saints actually host Pittsburgh this week. I'll be on Periscope for that, so stay tuned for that. On Saturday, once again, this week in the NFL, we got 2 more games. The Redskins and Titans will play, and the Ravens and Chargers will play. I'm going to take both home teams in that, so give me the Tennessee Titans and the LA Chargers to win over the Redskins and Ravens, respectively. I'll be on Periscope for both of those games once again this upcoming Saturday. So like I said, be sure to follow me on Twitter and on Periscope at CoolHandLuke96 for updates. The Giants and Colts will play in Indianapolis on Sunday. This is the Manning Bowl, except Peyton's not playing anymore. I think it'll be close, but I think the Colts will win and they'll stay alive in the AFC playoff picture. So give me Indy over the New York Football Giants. The Houston Texans and Philadelphia Eagles will meet in Philadelphia on Sunday. And the Houston Texans, surprisingly, have never defeated the Eagles since entering the league back in 2002. And right now, especially after the Eagles defeated the Rams last week on Sunday Night Football, right now everybody is going to be jumping on the Eagles bandwagon, but I will not. I'm going to pick Houston to defeat Philly for the first time ever and get their 6th road win of the season. The Battle of Ohio will take place in Cleveland as the Bengals and Browns will play. The Browns going for their first season sweep over the Bengals for the first time since back in 2002. I think they do win. I think they sweep the Bengals for the first time since 2002 and stay alive, as the Bee Gees would say, in the AFC playoffs going into the final week of the regular season. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Dallas Cowboys will play in Dallas. Tampa has looked good lately. They are out of the playoff hunt, though, and they're going to the Big D to play a Cowboy team that got shut out for the first time last week since 2003. I think Dallas bounces back, giving the Cowboys over the Buccaneers. The Vikings and Lions and Bills and Patriots will play. I think these 2 games are the most predictable this weekend. The Vikings and Lions, that's where I'll start. They looked good last week. The Vikings did, passing the ball very well with Kirk Cousins, rushing the ball very well with Dalvin Cook and Latavius Murray. Both had touchdowns on the ground. And then on defense, I believe they had 10-plus sacks on Ryan Tannehill. Very unlikely that they play 2 consecutive games like that, but I think the Vikings will still win on Sunday over the Lions. And then the Bills and Patriots. The Patriots have not lost 3 in a row since losing 4 in a row back in 2002, so more 2002 history there for you, a couple weeks in a row now. No way they lose, especially versus the Bills, as Tom Brady has a career record of 29-3 versus Buffalo. Even though the last 2 losses were in Foxborough in 2014 and 16, and last I checked, we're still in 2018, so it's still an even year. So who knows who will win, but I'm going to pick the Patriots because Brady, like I said, 29-3 record versus the Bills. The Steelers and Saints will play in New Orleans, like I said there a moment ago. I'll be on Periscope for that. That game is on Sunday at 4:25 on CBS. Ben Roethlisberger, surprisingly, has never won in New Orleans. Should be a great game. Back and forth, I think, with some high-powered offenses there. It's going to come down to the defense, so can you stop those high-powered offenses from Pittsburgh and New Orleans, respectively? The Saints, they'll probably win this game, but I'm going to pick Pittsburgh. Sunday Night Football then, and Monday Night Football. Sunday night I'll start with first, the Chiefs and Seahawks will meet in Seattle, 2 of the most difficult places to play in the NFL, but this game is taking place in Seattle, like I said, where the Chiefs have only won once since 2002, some more 0-2 history for you. Also, 2002 is the first year I can remember watching football. Patrick Mahomes versus Russell Wilson, 2 great defenses, and both teams coming off close losses as well. Chiefs lost to the Chargers at home last Thursday, and then the Seahawks lost in overtime to the 49ers. Should hopefully be a good game, but I got to give Seattle the edge since they're playing at home. So give me the Seahawks or the Chiefs. And then the Broncos, and with that, the Chargers would move into first place in the AFC West. They'd move to the number 1 seed. So I think we're going to have some shake-up in the playoff picture this week, unlike the past couple weeks. And then on Monday Night Football, the Broncos and Raiders. I'll be on Periscope for this as well. Christmas Eve. So hopefully everybody has a holly jolly Christmas and Happy New Year. I'll have some more videos out before then, and I'll be on Periscope and whatnot before then as well. But this actually could be the last Raider game in Oakland before moving to Las Vegas if they decide to leave early. And because of that, I'm going to pick the Raiders to win. I think they'll get after Case Keenum just like Cleveland did last week, and I think they'll go out winners. Give me the Oakland Raiders over the Denver Broncos on Monday Night Football, the final Monday Night Football game of the 2018 season. So those are my 2018 NFL Week 16 predictions. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Also, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring and myself on social media. All the links are in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Periscope, Gridiron Ring's website, my Twitter and Instagram as well. So, Cool Hand Luke 96 and Grid Ring 18. As I said, all the links are in the description below. Once again, thanks for listening. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.